All right, so today we are going to take a look at how we can, get upfront vocals in our mix or in our music, upfront and clean vocals. I mean, not just upfront and noisy, upfront, clean, smooth vocals in very easy steps. And, uh, you know, there are a lot of videos out there or tutorials on how to achieve this, but in this my channel, what we do here is to simplify vocal mixing for people, especially for people who don't have the knowledge about mixing. So this is just to make sure things are being simplified, that you can be able to follow along to make your music sweet. So without wasting time, we'll go into the video. I'm going to show you simple ways that you can use to achieve a clean upfront vocals in your mix. So let me switch back. So all right. So here we are on Cubase. So I'm going to quickly play the mix, then we are going to take a look at what is going on the mix. So let me just play from the beginning part.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, Jesse, yeah, yeah. Many times I look my past. Have I really done much bad? Have I gone this wrong? I just have some chance. Do I do it this or that? I'm a moving so fast. I just want it all. All I want is peace of mind. Yeah, yeah. I know I'm the one. I've been waiting for so long. I know my time will come. I know I'm the one. I've been waiting for so long. I know my time will come. Oh Lord, this should be taking so long. But mama tell me hold on, no.
So yeah, here is the record. Let me play another session of the record where there is a little bit of rap, so we can get to understand how the vocals are.
Yeah. No one really knows how I'm feeling. My mood on the ceiling and my mind it is healing. I am not a victim and you are not a villain. Fact and truth is just all I'm revealing. Act and shoot like they do in the movies. I'm here for my booties, not just here for the goodies. The people need love, so we put it in the song. No matter how long, but how we gon' hold on. Yo, remember when daddy used to say so long you believe.
So yeah, these are the vocals. So if you can, yeah, it's kind of up in your face, and it's very bright and clean, not too harsh, very smooth. So let me go to the channel where everything is going on. Yes, so now this is very easy. I won't say it is easy if you don't have an idea, but this is easy if you already been recording. So in inside Cubase there is vocal presets already that you can go with. If you have a good microphone, a good recording, most of the time you don't do crazy EQing and crazy cuts on your vocal. Sometimes less is more. So what I did here is I picked lead vox male, so that's what I'm using for my EQ, the first EQ, and you can see nothing is crazy. I just push a little bit of the high cut to around 50, and then everything is just the same. And of course I have added pitch correction. I have added pitch correction on the vocal track. So I've set my pitch correction on the vocal track already, and I've created group, and on the group this is where everything is going on. So the first thing I add is just NS1. Of course, if you are recording your home studio and there is a lot of noise going on and your microphone is not really that great microphone, you might need noise gate. This is noise suppressor, that's by wave. So this one is one of my go-to. I always use if you watch most of my videos. So I added this to suppress noise. Very simple. I push it up and then it just suppress the noise. That's it. So if I take off everything here, All right, let me just take off. Let me mute the so just to suppress noise.
Believe there's a way. Do your own peace, make a lost chance.
So
Do I do it this or that?
so
I'm
this is how
moving
it's
so
sounding.
fast. I just want it all. All I want is peace
It's
of mind. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So these vocals are recorded with C1
I know
microphone.
I'm the
The
one.
one I'm using
I've
now
been
for my
waiting
video
for
is
so long.
C3.
I know my time will come.
But I recorded this with C1.
I know I'm the
So this is like an arc. If you don't want, to spend a lot of time mixing, of course, vocal channel strip plugins are out there. There are a lot of them. I like to use CLA vocals. I like to use Maserati vocal, different stuff. But for now, I am liking this particular plugin, Xvox by Neuro Audio. I've been using it for some time and I love it. Although once in a while I still use the rest, but this is more preferable to me when it comes to modern pop vocal mixing and maybe rap or trap vocal. It's very easy to get your vocal on track. So what I'm using here is just simple classic vocal strip. I think this classic vocal strip kind of give your vocal a little bit of analog tone. So I added it. Then it has a compressor here that is compressing very very aggressively. So this compressor like is raising the vocal up, and then there is DSI here. I have a DSI here and it's DSing already. Then they add another EQ here, and the EQ here is having a low cut, and then there is a little shine here. If you observe here, there is a little bit of high boost here, which kind of make the vocal, cut out. And then there is this reverb here already, and I'm ducking the reverb a little bit, like yeah, yeah, reverb here, and then there is delay here, delay, and everything is really good. This is like it's no delay. This is a little bit of wide reverb, like 2.9, you know, and then there is a little bit of pitch widener I'm adding here to kind of give the vocal a little bit of space. And on the reverb and delay, I'm cutting a little bit of the eyes so that it doesn't sound too bright. So with all this, let's listen before and after.
I'm the one. I've been waiting for so long. I know my time will come.
So let me play with the beat.
Oh Lord, this should be taking so long. I'm a moving so fast. I just want it all. All I want is peace of mind. Yeah, yeah.
Without it,
I know I'm the one. I've been waiting for
with it,
so long. I know my time will come.
so you can hear the difference. So that's it. But most of the time, I can't advise you to just throw this on your vocal, and it might sound nice for like like for a demo, but it might not sound too cool. So I like to do some other stuffs in order to make it sound a bit more balanced. So I added a compressor, and the compressor is simple. I'm using a preset here, the Pensado Vocal 2, and I turned down the threshold to like 18, and then the rest are almost the same way. The main thing is that most people have a lot of rules when they are mixing, which I like, but my own rule about mixing is if it is sounding good, it is good. If it doesn't sound good, it doesn't sound good. If you just have this in your mind, most of the time you won't struggle that much trying to get your vocals or your music sound the way you want. The thing is, if it is sounding good, it is sounding good. It's not just because oh that they said we have to do it like this, so I'm not doing like that, so it's not right. No, as long as it sounds good, people don't see what you are doing. People only listen to the music, and if it sounds good, of course it is good. If it doesn't sound good, it's not good. At least your ears will tell you what is good or what is bad. So I don't know why we set too many rules when we are making music. The most important thing is to make sure the music come out nice. So yeah, that's it. So I added this compressor. So what the compressor is doing, let's listen to it. It has in a little bit of gain here.
Many times I look my past. Have I really done much bad? Have I gone this wrong? I just have some chance.
With it,
Do I do it this or that? Am I moving so fast? I just want it all. All I want is peace
without
of
it.
mind. Yeah, I know I'm the one.
So with the compressor, if you notice the vocal is a bit more upfront because there is a lot of gain here, and then the vocal is more stable, more balanced, and that's the work of the compressor, making sure the vocal doesn't sound too quiet, too loud. Everything sound a bit more equal in volume and more balanced, not too much volume differences from the quiet and the high part. So that's what it's doing. So a simple setting, you can take a look at it. So that's it. Then the 13, the 14 year I added was multiband compressor. I like to use multiband compressor, and I think you should try learning how to use it. And what I'm using the multiband compressor to do is de-essing and a little bit of low cut, because what it's doing here is that the vocal is becoming too bright and too, shining, and I want to a little bit control that. So what I do here, let me play it.
I've been waiting for so long. I know my
So
time will
let
come.
me put it in.
I know I'm the one. I've been waiting for so long. And
So if you notice with this, the vocal sound more, you know, clean but not too harsh again. So what is going on here is that there is a little compression going on certain frequencies here.
all I want is peace of mind. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I understand my microphone. My microphone is very bad in that area. And then this,
I know I'm the one. I've been waiting for so long. I know my time will come.
so you can hear how harsh that frequency sound, and then a little bit of low because for the room. In fact,
I know I'm the one.
I'm taking off the low anything like that is past 32 or so. So I don't want the room because there is a lot of stuff going on while I'm recording. So that's it. So with it,
I've been waiting for so long. I know my time will come. I know I'm the one.
you can tell the vocals are already pretty up in your face, smooth and clear. Now this is just to let you know that you don't need to complicate mixing. Sometimes some people will advise you not to use this, not to use that. Take your time, blah blah blah. Yes, I like taking time, but my the whole advice I'm gonna give you is that you just use whatever tools that you can lay your hands to make your music sound nice, as long as you understand what you are trying to achieve. That's it. I'm not going to advise you to just dive into using tools because people recommend them. Try to make your time to learn about those tools. Get used to most of the stuff that you know that you will be using from time to time. Get your go-to stuff so that when you go into the studio to record people, you just pull up stuffs and it sounds good, and your session goes very fast without anything. Or even if you are recording at home, once you find the perfect stuff that makes your music work, you won't struggle. This vocal chain is very simple, but it does work on most stuff. I think you could use this for trap, you could use this for R&B. It depends on how you can, effect it after all. So I added RVox. The next thing RVox, what I'm trying to use the RVox to do is to just add a little bit gain. So I'm compressing a
It's
little
all
bit.
that. I'm moving so fast. I just want it all. All I want is peace of mind. Yeah, yeah. I know I'm the one. I've been waiting for so long.
So the RVox is just giving it a little bit of compression and it's adding a little bit gain. It's just -2, nothing complex, because I want the vocal to be up in your face and stay clean. And then the last thing I did on the chain was to add the DSR. Now most of the time we might use two compressor, three compressor, blah blah blah. That depends. Most of the time I do use two compressor But here on the chain, if you observe, it's just one compressor here, but there is a little bit of compressor going on here. But this compressor, I don't really understand because it's very aggressive. It's just doing a boost, the one inside the X Vox. So what I'm actually using to control and tame the vocal and to level up the vocal is the R compressor, and then the C6 is the multiband EQ and compressor. At the same time, the RVOX is also another compressor, but nothing is crazy. But the most significant compressor I'm using here is the R compressor, where there is a lot going on there. And that's all. So let's listen with the DSR.
That I'm a moving so fast. I just want it all. All I want is peace of mind. Yeah, yeah. I know I'm the one. I've been waiting for so long. I know my time go.
All right, so this is all. This is all. Sound beautiful. Then the next thing I did was to send a little delay. Of course, the delay, just simple setting, ping pong delay from what's the name, or H delay by wave. So just simple delay, ping pong, set to the time of the song, and then I send to it.
Fast, I just want it all. All I want is peace of mind. Yeah, yeah. I know I'm the one. I've been waiting for so long.
So the ping pong delay is kind of giving a more stereo effect because it is coming from left, right. The delays are coming, so it's kind of making the vocal sound more wider, more stereo. Then the other thing I did was to send in Valhalla reverb. The Valhalla reverb. I'm using a preset here, pop vocal, nothing crazy. I did not set anything. Most of the time I like to set the pre-delay to the, to the time of the, project. I use a delay calculator online. Sometimes I just type in, but on this project, I'm just doing a quick, job. I don't want anything crazy. So while we are recording, I'm already doing a little bit of the mix so that it sounds good enough. So when I come back to the project, I'm not going to spend too much time mixing it. So I send in the delay here around 10 or 10.9 minus 10.9 dB, and it sounds cool like this.
Yeah, I'm a moving so fast. I just want it all. All I want is peace of mind. Yeah, yeah. I know I'm the one. I've been waiting for so long. I know my time will come. I know I'm the one.
Of course, the vocals are upfront, smooth and clean in your face. I think this is one of the most simplest way I can be able to achieve this kind of vocals, and you can also do that very easy. I'm not sure this is complex. This is very easy, nothing crazy here, nothing. It's just 6 plugin here on the chain. The noise gates, X Vox, R compressor, C6, R Vox, DSR, and of course the autotune is normal that everybody use autotune. So that's all on the vocal. So let's move a little bit to another thing. I think there is a little bit of other background vocals I worked on here.
Oh no, oh no.
Yeah, this vocal sounding like underwater. This from the chorus part. Let's listen.
Oh Lord, this should be taking so long. But mama tell me hold on, no.
So this is like a reply to the chorus lead vocal, and what I did here is simple. Is the same thing. They are running into the same group. All I did was to add RC20, and I added facing fun to just give it a little bit of some kind of character, making it sound like a bit of underwater, how facing sound. So that's how it is. Then the other one I did there was telephone vocal.
Oh no. Yeah.
Simple.
Forgive us.
I use this air parametric EQ, and I just pick radio vocal. Simple. This is like I'm just kind of revealing some kind of secrets, because most of the time you might want to spend time doing all these things, but there are tools that already have them. All this radio vocal, everything, they have them, so you don't need to be spending time trying to EQ radio vocal. Yes, I know how to EQ radio vocal if I don't have an EQ preset, but I like to use presets most of the time because it makes the work faster. I can EQ radio vocal very easily with any EQ, but in the case of this, when you're working on the go, you want to lay your hands on tools that can make your job easy as you are working very fast. So radio vocal here.
For Lagos. The focus, I don't know what's up. What's up? Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything on this vocal. The second part of the vocal where the rap comes in, what I did was the same thing, but I created another group, and then there is minimal stuff going on here on this group. I did not add our vocals here because I like the way the vocal is sounding when I recorded it. So I added the R vocals on the actual lead. Yeah, you can see the R vocals here, and I'm giving it a bit of 2.5 compressor, and you see gating it because it becomes to a little bit noisy. So, and then a little bit of EQ here with Nectar for equalizer, and I'm using a rap vocal preset. Nothing is going on here. If you observe here, nothing. This is nothing. Nothing is going on. Just like a little touch going on here, and then the rap vocal sound like this.
It knows how I'm feeling. My mood on the ceiling and my mind it is healing. I am not a victim and you are not a villain.
So if you observe, it becomes a little bit harsh on the eye. So I'm using a little bit uh, of gating on the R vocals here just to be able to tame noise as they are coming up. So that's it. That's all.
Fact and truth is just all I'm revealing. Act and shoot like the do in the movies. I'm here for my booties, not just here for the goodies. The people need love, so we put it in the song. No matter how long, but are we gonna hold on? Yo, remember when daddy used to say so long you believe?
So that's pretty much everything.
Satan, no. My father and my mother used to praise Jah.
So this is another part of the rap voice, but this is singing. So what happened here is, in reverse, I on the auto-tune. For here, I did not add auto-tune for the rap because I don't need auto-tune. It's Afro pop record and the rap gotta be clean. Then I off the EQ here because I want it to be a little bit open and thick, not too slim or thin. So I open up the EQ here, and yeah, everything works well. So let's listen.
Oh, my father and my mother used to praise Jah. Oh, even when it was stormy, they still stand 10 toes. So when I see the fire, I still stay composed. Oh Lord, this should be taking so long, so long. But mama tell me, hold on, no, no, hold on, no.
All right, that's pretty much it. One more thing I forget to say is the beat. I have turned down the beat around -5 dB because the beat is already mastered, and yeah, the EQ I had there on the beat is a little bit simple EQ. I'm just ducking a little bit around this area where I think the vocals are a bit shining so that the beat gives a little bit of space for the vocals to come out. So if I solo it, let me play. Yeah. So this places. So I felt these places are like kind of going to give more room for the vocal. So when I play it,
I'm a moving so fast, I just want it all I want is peace of mind, yeah.
So you can see the difference when I bypass the EQ on the beat, the clap and everything become too aggressive, and I think the vocal is sinking. But with it, listen.
It's all that, I'm a moving so fast, I just want it all I want is peace of mind, yeah.
So that was it, very simple. Like, this is also how you can approach mixing on a 2-track beat where you can get the best out of it. So this is all for this video. I don't know if you have learned one thing or the other, but I think this is a very good approach in terms of getting uh, your lead vocal up front. You can, memorize these stuffs and put it into test. Find your own way of working. This might not be best for you, or this might not be the good uh, method to achieve that for your own kind of voice or vocal, but I guarantee this works for most vocals as long as you record it well. The vocals are smooth enough to mix. You can use this to make them sound professional without, spending too many hours on figuring out what to do. And again, recording is very important. When you're recording, make sure your vocals are neat so that you don't struggle to make them sound nice. That's it. And then lastly, uh don't overthink mixing. Don't overthink mixing, because when I started recording, I used to overthink the process. I'm going to do a video on most of my old songs when I started way back in 2017, and the songs I'm working on of recent, so that we can see how far I've progressed. When I started, like, it was crazy. I overthink it. I don't know anything, so I was like, "Oh, this is too hard to achieve." But with time, I realized that no, it's not hard. It's just how, like, you want your music to sound. Then once you figure out the way to go about it and the tools that are needed, you don't actually need all the plugins in the world or stuff. I have so many plugins here, but I have few that are always working. It's only when the vocals are very bad most of the time I go into using some other advanced, very advanced stuffs and start eating up my CPU. But you don't actually need too many crazy stuff if you know the general concept of how the vocals works in the music, and or how things work in the music. Yeah, so that's it. So if you like this video, please do subscribe, like, comment, and share. Follow for more, so that when I upload videos like this, you will see. All right. So peace out.